Good morning everyone. Today we are revealing the secret lens I've been testing for the past few days. This is the 20mm f1.8 and I am so pumped to be sharing with you that hands-on review. I'm gonna be sharing with you what I love about it, what I hate about it, and obviously how it compares to the 24-1.4. So let's get started. Alright, so the first thing I want to talk about is what I love about that lens. And what I really love is that it's tiny, it is small, it's compact, it's actually smaller than my 24-1.4. It's also lighter, which obviously makes it the perfect lens. And you guys know me, the perfect test is, does it fit in my pocket or not? So it looks like it does. Wait, I can make it fit. There we go. It does fit in my pocket, which makes it the perfect lens for every day. That looked kind of weird, but that's okay. The size is absolutely bangers, and if you're thinking about a wide lens, usually like 24-1.4 is amazing, but I always wanted something wider, especially on the street. If you want to get a low angle, if you want to really suck your viewer into that frame, wider is better. On top of that, what I really noticed is that when I'm shooting out there in the nature or when I'm shooting the skies, night skies, the problem is that 24 is a little bit tight if you want to get the whole Milky Way. 20mm is going to be perfect in my opinion. It's gonna be that sweet spot between ultra wide at 16 and 24. So 20 so far, I'm super excited. Now in terms of the lens itself, as I mentioned, it's small, it's compact, it's light, and most importantly, I will say is that it is extra sharp. I've been blown away, and I think someone right there behind the camera is like completely blown away. What do you think, bro?
It's insane, man. Like it's for the size. It's super crispy in the middle, like wide open, like you can crop a ton.
It's crazy. So nuts. I shot at 1.8 that shot through a window, and when you zoom in, you can still super sharp. So if you're considering a lens, if you want to kind of think about a new lens, something wide and that is tiny and compact, I think that's going to be a great option. And as usual with those lenses, you've got like the button, you've got the AMF focus, and what's cool is that they included like features from the GM into that lens, which is not GM, it's G, but it's the same focusing technology. And on top of that, you have also the aperture ring, which is really cool. It's like an old school feeling of shooting. Having anything compact in the streets here has been really good, especially because there are a lot of securities around and they never allow you too much to shoot properly. So now we're gonna talk a little bit about that 24 or that 20mm. I kind of want to give you my opinion because that's been my favorite lens. Has this one dethroned it or not? And we'll talk about the drawbacks, but let's see. Just before, tell me what you guys think. Do you actually like that idea of a 20mm f1.8? Would you get it? Are you gonna get it? I dropped the link in the description if you want to see the price and all that. But I gotta tell you, I had the 24mm, that was my favorite lens ever, that 1.4. But now the 20mm f1.8 is actually smaller, it's lighter, it has a f1.8 aperture, which is really a wide aperture, allows you to shoot at night very easily, isolate your subject, all that. And the difference between 1.8 and 1.4 is actually very difficult to see. It also has the same autofocus system, which if you think about it, you're getting a GM for the price of a smaller lens. And I think that part is really enjoyable. So am I gonna like drop the 24? I'm not sure yet. I think what I'm gonna do, if I'm honest, is I'm gonna use the 20mm a lot more, especially in nature environment where 24mm was a bit tight, or when you're shooting cityscape where you're trying to get more of the architecture. I think that could be a really good option. And I gotta say, you're also saving a lot of money because that's also $500 cheaper. So it might be way better, in my opinion, to invest that money towards actually your education through a course, for example, the 30 Days to Great Photos, or through a trip. Because once you're able to get to the right location at the right time, that's when you're gonna get the results that you're really looking for. It's not by buying a new lens. Gear is amazing, but gear is not gonna get you to the right place. This is only the money you're going to be investing towards yourself. Now, who would I recommend that lens to? I would recommend it to anyone who is trying to shoot cityscape, nature, really architecture, anything that gets wider than 35mm, I think will be really dope. And at the end of the day, you know, it's really about which lens are you gonna be using the most. I can already tell you that 20mm is going to be a go-to lens for me, especially because I can vlog with it also. And that's a big point that I wanted to touch on. If you're doing video, you will love that lens. You can hand hold it. I think that's really dope. With that being said, guys, I've got tons of challenges dropping for you, so I want you to subscribe. I'll see you in the next episode. Don't miss it, and get out there, go shoot, try something different, try something new. Bye.